Okay, number 2. Okay. All right, now number 2, we are, remember, distributing a negative. All right, for those of you guys, I want you to, if you're struggling just a little bit, remember there's a -1 there. All right, so then I need to distribute that -1. So it becomes 6x minus 2 minus 2x minus 3. Anybody have any questions with that? And then it's just a matter of combining terms. What is 6x minus 2x?
4x.
4x, right? And then combining terms, 4x minus 5. All right, we did a -2 and we did a -3. Any questions with number 2?
So it's 4x minus 5.
So that's your answer, 4x minus 5. All right, now everybody take a look at number 4. Same principle on number 4. We have to distribute the negative. All right, so everybody distribute the negative. When you distribute the negative, you get 7x plus 1 minus 4x minus 8. Again, then you're combining terms. 7x minus 4x is 3x, 1 minus 8. Negative 7.
3x minus 7.
3x minus 7. Perfect. Everybody good?
Oh.
Yes.
So number 6, is there supposed to be a parenthesis?
Yeah, just put that in there. I'm not sure why that went away. All right, sometimes when I type things, it accidentally hit the wrong key or something. All right, so just add that parenthesis. Does it really matter, though?
No.
No. So it's 3y plus 2, put the negative there, -1, minus y plus 1. So now for simplifying that,
Can you put 1?
yes, I think it's a good idea actually to put 1y. All right. So 3y minus 1y is 2y, thank you very much. And then 2 plus 1, positive 3. Now keep in mind, you're looking at the plus 2 and the plus 1. Some kids make a mistake because they look at this minus sign and then they accidentally think that's 2 minus 1. It's not that. The sign in front tells you if it's positive or negative. All right, so let's look at number 8 now. All right, everybody distribute the negative. All right, everybody distribute the negative. All right, when you distribute the negative, negative 3x plus 8 plus 5x plus 2. And when you combine like terms,
2x plus 10.
2x plus 10. Very good. 2x plus 10. All right, is everybody happy? Any questions? All right, now let's move straight into the distributive property. All right, now, again, I want everybody to make yourself a note. 1/7 means to divide by 7. That's what I want you to remember. Divide by 7. All right, so you end up with what? 3x minus 1. Thank you. 3x minus 1. Because again, remember we do 21 divided by 7. And then we do -7 divided by 7, which is -1. All right, very good. Joseph, you good back there? Yes, ma'am.
Are you here?
Yeah, I'm going to add this. All the solution. It's always a test. Tomorrow, if that's what you're asking.
Will you be allowed to use calculator?
I don't really care about calculators. Which one? No. Well, okay. Let me just tell you this again. Remember, you're just saying 21. This fraction bar means what? Divide. So you read 21 divided by 7. That's how I got 3x. Then you do the same thing with this. -7 divided by 7. Agreed? And negative 7 divided by 7 is how I got the negative 1. Okay? Yes.
Why don't you do
Well, you are actually. You're going 1 times 21.
Oh.
Right? And then divide by 7. All right, but because it's a 1, it doesn't matter. All right, good questions, guys. Good questions. So, number 12. All right. Mia, why don't you tell me what 12 is? 9a minus minus. That's right, 36.
Oh, you times it.
Yes. You with me now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, double check yourself. You don't want to make a silly mistake. It's really not that hard. All right. Anybody have any questions? Speak up now. All right. So, go ahead. 14. 11m plus 77. Perfect. All right. Now let's just look at 15 again, just even though we did it last week, just to make sure you're doing your fractions correct. You see how this time it would be 20 times 2, which is, and then divided by 5. That's where I got that 8 from. All right. You can also do the division first. You could do 20 divided by 5, and then times 2. Same answer. All right. Anybody have any questions on that? All right, keep it up, guys. I appreciate it. All right. 0.5 is the same as what?
1/2.
I think it's easier to deal with 1/2. So I'd like for you to just think of it like this. You're distributing a 1/2. 1/2 times A is 1/2 A. Half of 6 is what?
3.
That's right. So 1/2 A minus 3. Now, if you put 0.5A, do I care? Nope. It's the same thing. All right. Anybody have any issues? Any issues? Good. Come on.
I'm confused on this. Like, I don't get it.
Did you just walk out and walk back in?
No. I was here.
You're just distributing a 1/2.
And then,
1/2 times 1 is guess what?
or
1/2 times 1. That's right. That's how I got that. Do you hear me? And then 1/2 of 6.
oh,
All right. Come on. Good questions now, but concentrate. You understand, right?
yeah, I got it.
Come on now. Tomorrow's a good day for you. All right. Make sure you know these rules.
How do you know when to solve a problem and how to like?
Well, because there's no equal sign. You with me? Like, I'm not sure. All of these are just simplifying, just combining terms, distributing. Those are just a rule.
What we put 8 with 5.
For-
No.
You okay? All right. Let's take a look at 18. All right. 8, negative 8 times negative 16. Positive 128. I don't care if you use a calculator. Or it's not necessary, but. And then negative 8 times positive x is what? Negative what?
8.
Yes, negative 8x.
Why did the plus?
This is a 1.
What do you want?
1 times negative 8. That's why this is negative 8. And guess what that is? That is correct. A negative times a negative is always a... I'm not sure what you mean. It doesn't make sense. When you multiply, that's just a rule. Listen to me. I really, honestly, I understand exactly what you're saying. It's hard to even demonstrate why a negative times a negative is a positive.
positive is positive 8. Wait. So positive times positive 16.
Positive, yes. So come on now. We know these rules. Positive times a positive is a positive. Negative times a negative is also a what? Positive. Negative times a positive is a negative. You hear me? Anytime the signs are opposite, it's negative. The signs are the same, it's. All right, so practice now. Come on. All right, test tomorrow. I want you to do well. Do you hear me? All right. Let's try 20. Everybody look at 20 and make sure you got the right answer now. Tell me. I think you are correct. Negative 4b plus 4. Aiden, are you good? Carmen, you okay over there? Everything's good? Yosef, how are you doing back there? Good? Boys up here? Everybody all right? All right, let's continue on. Now, don't be fooled by the negative 8 in the back. It doesn't matter, right? We can put the negative 8 in the front. All right, still the same. Come on, Aiden. Still watch. So this answer is negative 8k. Negative times a negative is a positive 168. Right? 21 times 8, 168. Good? All right. Distributing 24. Go ahead. What would that be? That is correct. 12y minus 12x. All right, let's see what 26 says. Okay, perimeter means to do what? Add all the sides. So please look up here, right? If this side right here is 4b plus 2, then what is this side over here?
4b plus 2.
4b plus 2. And this side over here is what? It's this side. That means on the other side is also what? I want everybody to make sure they write that down. That's important. Yes. Yes, you could. You're very smart. All right? You can multiply them by 2 and then add. All right, but I think sometimes it's easier to look at it this way. So now I want P equals. Now, why did I put P equals? What is P? P stands for perimeter. All right? Now, the perimeter means you're adding everything up. So, come on now. How much is that so far? How much is that? 9b. How much is this? And then finally, 18b. Everybody see that? So I'm going to put 18b down. Then I'm looking at the numbers. All right? So this is a what? Negative 1. And this over here is a what? So altogether that makes, but then when I add it to that, it becomes 0. So then my final answer is 18b plus 2. That's how I want you to think about that. Aiden, is that okay or not? Girls up front, any issues? Boys? Questions over here? Thomas? Everything's good? Girls over there? All right, Yusuf. Here we go. Let's check out 28. It says a rectangle has a length of 5x minus 2 and a width of 4x plus 7. So if we do the perimeter. Now, here's what I want you to remember. Highlight this right here. How many of those are there? 2. So right above that, you could put a what? 5x minus 2. Everybody agree with that? And this guy over here is 4x plus 7. So above him, we can put what?
4x plus 7.
4x plus 7. Everybody say, I like that? Hey, are you with me today? No. All right, now we're adding the x's together, guys. When I add the x's together, how many x's are here? 10, right? How many are over here?
8.
So altogether, that makes me
18x.
18x. Is everybody good with this?
Mm-hmm.
18x.
And then negative.
Now we're going to go ahead.
So it's
These together is how much?
it will be -4.
Negative
And then
4.
it will be 14. So it will be 10.
That's exactly
So
correct.
18.
18x plus 10. Aiden, you still good? Come on, keep up. Any questions? All right, let's look at 30. All right, the sides of a triangle. All right, so I'm going to erase this one up here since it's a triangle, and we're just going to put those in. So there's my triangle. This is 5x plus 1. This is 6x minus 10. And this is 6x plus 2. All right, somebody tell me what the perimeter would be. Good job. What would it be?
Okay, so it's 12. 6 plus 6. 6x plus 6x is 12. Plus 5 is 17x.
Beautiful. P equals 17x. And then what?
And then you do minus. Also, plus 2 and plus 1 is 3. So it's -7.
Yay, very good, man. 17x minus 7. Anybody have any issue with that? Now, can I put those together? No, one's a variable, one's a number. Everybody good? All right, let's continue on. Number 32. Suppose you pay $15 per hour to go horseback riding. You ride 2 hours today and plan to ride 4 more hours this weekend. Well, how many hours is that? 6 hours. Right, so let's put 6 hours. And it's going to cost what? $15 per what? Hour.
So you would just do
15 times 6. And that is 90. Thank you. It's going to cost you $90. Everybody good with that? All right, now 34, I mean, let's just do what's inside the parentheses first. Stay with me. 27 minus 18, what's that?
That's 9.
9. So now we're doing -4/9 times 9. Go on, man. I'm really trying to work with you. So what happens to the two 9s?
They cancel out. So it's all
Yeah, they cancel out because they divide out.
4.
Right, the final answer is just
It's super easy.
-4. Everybody agree with that? All right? Yes, ma'am.
After you divide, do you multiply that?
Yes, you multiply. That's correct. So listen to me. Let's double check this now. So what I want you to be able to tell me is what's 9 divided by 9? 9 divided by 9? 1, right? And so then you would just have -4 times 1. All right? All right, now combining like terms. Tell me.
16z minus 18.
Minus what?
18.
Look carefully. -11 plus 7. Yes. -4. 16z minus 4. Aiden, you good on that or not? All right. Take a look at 38. All right, somebody help me out with 38. Aiden, good. Good job. -12 what?
That's
Yes. All right, Justice, you got 40.
Okay.
40.
40? Okay, so we do, so there's -12, sorry, should we start from the 12?
Yeah.
Okay. So 12z minus 7
That's exactly right.
is 5z,
Good.
positive. And then -12g plus 11g is -1g.
That's exactly the right answer. There you go. 5z minus 1g. Pretty good with that? All right. Let's take a look now at 42. Remember now, on 42, what we have to do is we have to distribute the 12. So everybody distribute the 12 real quick. Everybody distribute the 12. And then once you distribute the 12, I need you to combine terms. All right, sorry, here we go. Now, distributing the 12, negative 14y plus 12x plus 12y minus 12x. Well, what's nice about the positive 12x and the negative 12x?
They cancel out.
Yep, they cancel out. So now all you have to do is tell me what's negative 14y plus 12y. What is it? Yeah, negative 2y. All right. Now let's do 44. Distribute the 4, please. Distribute the 4. Plus 4z minus 36 plus 30 plus z. Anybody have any issues with that?
No.
Now let's combine terms. So we have negative 12, positive 4, and positive 1. Don't forget there's a 1 there. So what does that come out to be? Positive or negative? I think it's negative 7, right? Negative 7z. And then we're going to combine negative 36 plus 30. What's that?
That's negative 6.
I think it's negative 6. Is everybody okay with that? All right, here we go. Now for the addition is a little bit easier because do we really need the parentheses? No, it's just about combining like terms now. So when I combine like terms, what do we get here, guys? Someone tell me.
8x plus 6.
Good job. 8x plus 6. Any questions or concerns with that? All right. 48.
Would it just be 16?
I think it would be just 16, right?
Would the x's like cancel out?
Because the x's do what? Cancel out,
Zero x.
right? The 7x and the negative 7x cancel out. Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
If there's no
Say it again.
variables,
Which one do you want to cancel? I'm asking you. I'm not sure what your question is. Well, I'm combining the 8 with the 8, if that's what you're asking me. This 8 plus this 8 makes that 16. And the positive 7x and the negative 7x cancel. You with me? All right. All right, let's do 50 now. Same principle. Somebody help me out with 50. What is it?
It's 8x plus 2.
Is everybody okay with 8x plus 2?
Yeah.
All right, I think that's a
Yeah.
big deal. 8x plus 2. All right, 52 now. Nothing harder. All right, nothing harder. All right, there's just 3 that you're adding. I'll tell, go ahead.
4x plus 3.
4x. I agree with that.
Oh, negative minus 3.
Yeah, 4x minus 3.
Yeah.
Now again, remember, we're combining 2 plus 7 minus 5 is 4. Then we're doing negative 8 minus 1 plus 6, negative 3. All right. All right, Disa, why don't you tell me this one?
5 plus 16x plus 6x. So you do 16x plus 6x, which equals 22x.
Good job.
And then you add 18 plus 5, which is 23.
Nice work. 22x plus 23. All right, any questions? All right, now the GCF. What's common here? Now,
3.
please be careful. Please be careful. We're doing common. Remember, I tried to tell you what's in both buckets. There is a what? What's in each bucket? A 3 and a what?
4.
And an X.
Yeah, 3.
3 and an X, right? Because again, 9 is the same as 3 times 3. 12 is the same as 3 times 4. Right? So what is common? There's a common 3 and a common X. That's all we're doing. Thomas, you good? All right, let's check out 58. All right, now be careful. What's in each bucket? What number is in each bucket? So far, a 9, right?
And an NG.
Now, look here. This is 9 times 7 GH, and this would be 9 times 9 GHJ. So I have what is common? 9, I like what you said, and also a, very good. So 9GH. 9GH. I don't think that's that hard. Okay, 60. What's common? And 13NW. Very good. 13W. Everybody good? Okay, now here is where we're working backwards. All right, here's where you're working backwards. All right, so you're just undoing the distributive property is what we call factoring. So what is in each bucket here, guys? There is a 7. Then you just open up the parentheses. And what's left in the first bucket? No, what's left? 3 what?
X.
3x is left in the first bucket. What's left in the second bucket? Plus 1. 3x plus 1. All right. Now, again, just to make sure, in this bucket over here, it's 3 times 7 times x. In this bucket over here, it's 7 times 1. I need you to realize that. You're pulling out what's in the what's common in each bucket. All right. So now let's check out 62. Is there anything common in the buckets? No. So here we say this is prime. There's nothing common. There's nothing common. Right? Nothing goes into 5 and 12. What? What did you think of? Go ahead, tell me.
So you could do X.
X is not in the second bucket.
Oh.
Okay, so now let's look at 63.
Gosh darn.
All right. Here we go. What's common?
I know.
What goes into both? 2. All right. And then what's left?
4 and
4 minus, thank you, 7x. Make sure you know that the buckets are attached with a subtraction sign. All right. Now for 64, what's common?
4.
4. What's left in each bucket?
5.
4x plus, beautiful, 4x plus 5. Joseph, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Girls, anybody have any trouble? Boys, up here, everybody good? All right, let's check out 65. What's common?
3.
3. What's left behind? 3x plus 4. Very good job, guys. All right, now here's one that's people miss because there's a lot of things common with 48 and 8, but for sure it is 8. Now remember, you're never going to get 0 left. If you take everything out, there's a what left behind? 1. So this is 8 open parentheses what?
6x plus 1.
Yes, 6x plus 1. Good job. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Shh. For what? Yeah, that's just a decimal. You don't need that. All right. Here we go. What's common with 24 and 32? 8.
8.
Right? Okay, Carter, what's left behind? Come on. What?
No, I mean, no. This one.
Just tell them real quick.
I got 3 plus 4x.
3 plus 4x. Come on, Carter. Ooh, now this one was kind of tricky. 9 does, but also 18 does. 18 is better. Do you hear me? Now, if you're not sure about that, remember, here's kind of what we were looking at over here. Remember, if 9, 8, and 2, so then 2 goes in. You with me now, right? All right, so if that's the case, you're pulling out an 18. All right. 4 minus x. 4 minus x. All right, everybody really quick, try 69 and 70. Shh. I want everybody to try 69 and 70. Let me see how you're doing. 69 and 70. Now you have to be careful here, please. All right, there's lots of things common with 48 and 24, but the largest is 24. Yeah, 24 is the largest. Can we say 8? Yes. Can we say 12? Yes. But the largest is what? 24. So I want to make sure you guys remember that. 24. Now, what's left behind? 2 plus x. All right. Now, if you're wondering, let me just say something real quick. If you're asking me how I got to 2, what I always try to tell kids is that once you figure out what's common, you're always just dividing. 48 divided by 24 is what? 2. And then 24 divided by 24 is 1. All right? So now, everybody look at 21xy and 14xy.
Is that prime?
No.
7.
There's a common 7, right?
Oh, yeah.
And what else?
Y.
I can pull out a y also. And then what's left?
3x.
3x minus
2.
2 what? 2z. Because you're pulling out the y. There's a z left. Come on, double check that now, please. Shh. What are you doing? All right, here we go. All right, identify the like terms. So let's just circle the like terms. Which one would be considered the like terms?
6y.
That's right, 6y and 5y. Those are the like terms. All right. What is the coefficient? The coefficient is, for number 72. Shh. What is the coefficient? The number in front. That's what the coefficient is. The coefficient is 1/3. All right, the coefficient is 1/3. Fancy word for number in front, Aiden. All right, the coefficient is 1/3. Now, the constant. Yes, the constant is just the number. All right, the constant is just the number. All right, here we go now. All right, on this is just a matter of, do you remember your multiplication, your signs? All right, so negative times a negative is a what? So negative times a negative. Negative times a positive.
Negative.
Negative times a negative. Come on, that wasn't bad, if you know your rules. All right, here we go. Number 78, it says a weather balloon descends 20 feet per minute for 5 minutes. So what happened? It went down what? It went down 100 feet. All right, so it went down 100 feet. That's what descend means. And that can be represented as negative 100 feet. All right, here we go for 79. It says a chemist placed a hot liquid in the refrigerator. The temperature of the liquid dropped 7 degrees per minute for 6 minutes. So it dropped how much? Yes, it dropped 42 degrees. Right? Exactly. So you would say negative 42 degrees. Okay? Now, here we go. Next part. Negative 1 minus 15 is what? Negative 16. This should all be done without a calculator. 9 minus 13. Negative 4. Negative 5 minus 7. Negative 12. Now on this one you have to be careful because the double negatives make a what? Make it positive.
Oh yeah.
So again, final answer here. We're adding, right? Not multiplying. It's okay. 8 plus 2 is 10. Yes, ma'am.
I was confused because when I checked my answers for 80, it said it was 8 plus 2, but the answer isn't. But I knew it was 8 plus 2.
So the answer is just 10. Okay, here we go. 84. It says, a mountain climber reached the top of a mountain, ate lunch, and then started his descent. He descended 450 feet for the first 10 minutes. If the mountain is 700 feet tall, how far from the ground is the climber after 10 minutes? How far? Yes, 250 feet. Thank you. 250 feet. All right. A submarine descends 1,000 feet. Then he descends another 850. So he went down how much?
Oh, 800.
He went down how much?
1,800.
Yes. Negative 1,850 feet. All right. All right, here we go. Real quick. Evaluating. Negative 3 times negative 8.
Positive 24.
Positive 24. Negative 5 times 9.
Negative 45.
4 times negative 3. Negative 3 times 12. 8 times negative 10. Negative times a negative. 2 times 15. Negative 2 minus 13. Stop. Negative 2 minus 13. How much?
Oh, negative 15.
Thank you. Negative 15. 7 minus 10. Negative 3. Negative 5 minus 8. Negative 13. Now here you have to be careful on number 95. The double negatives right next to each other make it. So negative 10 plus 6 is negative 4. Okay, 8 minus 6. Negative 1 minus 9. Come on. All right, guys.
Guys, do not forget, gamers. It's a mining schedule. I think.
Alright, gamers, it's time for history. It's time for...
Alright.
Oh,